Today, let's dive into a simple but honestly a really powerful story about how we see ourselves. We're going to explore this idea I like to call the reflection of unbroken worth.
So let me ask you this. Have you ever had one of those moments where just a single comment, one little piece of criticism, completely shatters you? It just knocks the wind right out of you. I think we've all been there. And that feeling, that's right at the heart of what we're talking about today.
And that's the whole thing about words, right? They carry so much weight. Criticism, especially, can feel less like helpful feedback and a whole lot more like some final judgment, a verdict on our very worth.
So, let's picture this. We've got a student who is just feeling completely crushed. They've been hit with some really harsh criticism, and now they're in that downward spiral, you know? They're questioning everything, their skills, their talent, maybe even their basic value as a person.
But right there, at their absolute lowest point, something happens. A mentor shows up, and they're holding something that is about to change everything for this student. Now, this mentor doesn't come in with those easy, cheap words of advice like, oh, just be more confident. No. Instead, they walk up quietly and they hold out this small, kinda strange object.
And all they say is, take a look. They hand the student a little mirror. But as the student looks into it, they realize something's not right. The mirror is cracked.
And right there, with that little cracked mirror, that's where the lesson really begins. It's all about seeing the difference between the image you're shown and what's actually real.
So, what does the student actually see when they look into this thing? Well, it's not what you'd expect.
They see their face, sure, but it's completely fractured. It's broken up by all the cracks, distorted and warped. It's an image that perfectly reflects exactly how they feel on the inside, just broken.
And this right here is the most important part. On one hand, you have the reflection. It's cracked, distorted, a total mess. But then you look at the person holding it. Are they actually broken? No way. They're still whole. They're complete, unchanged. It's the image that's flawed, not the person.
And that's when the mentor delivers the line that changes everything. They look at the student and say, the mirror is broken, not you. The problem was never the person, it was the broken tool they were using to see themselves.
But the mentor's not done yet. To really make this idea sink in, they use another super simple object to show where our true value actually comes from.
So they put the mirror down and they pick up something we've all used a million times, just a plain old pencil.
And they ask another really simple question. What is it that gives this pencil its real value?
Is it the cool color on the outside? Or that it has a really sharp point? Maybe it's the brand name, or that it's got a brand new eraser that's never been used. I mean, those are all just the external things.
The mentor just shakes their head. No. A pencil's true value, the whole reason it even exists, is the lead on the inside. That's what allows it to write, to create, to do what it's meant to do.
Okay, so let's bring this all back to you, because this whole thing isn't really about mirrors and pencils, is it? It's about how you can take this lesson and actually use it in your own life.
Think about it. The world can be a lot like that cracked mirror. The judgments, the criticisms, the opinions of other people, they can reflect a really distorted image of you back at you. But you got to remember, it's just a reflection. It's not the truth of who you are.
So what do we do? Well, here's a simple game plan. First, just acknowledge it. See the criticism for what it is, a potentially distorted reflection. Second, remember the pencil, your real value, your worth, it's internal. And third, you have to actively choose to believe in your own wholeness, no matter how many cracked mirrors the world puts in front of you. And we can give this a name. Let's call it unbroken worth. It's that deep, intrinsic value that you have that can't be touched, it can't be diminished, and it sure can't be defined by any external reflection. It's the core of who you are, way beyond any praise or any criticism.
Which leaves us with one last big question. The world is always going to show you cracked reflections. That's a given. The real question is, who are you going to believe? That broken, distorted reflection? Or are you going to believe in yourself?